Hilarious actor Paul Rudd broke out in the 1990s with the classic teen comedy Clueless, and from there quickly became one of Hollywood's go-to guys for funny movies.
Hopefully the material you're working on is exciting, and I've been lucky enough to work with people who are, I think, incredibly talented and good, and I find the material and the people I work with to be the biggest inspiration, so it gets me excited and wanting to really explore what it is that I'm doing.
Although some have criticized the actor for always bringing his everyman vibe to all of his roles, Paul sees the ways that each of his characters is different.
Jack Nicholson was in this, we were doing this kind of this Q&A thing, and he said, everything you play is like 85% you, 15% acting. Anything. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And I think that there's probably some truth in that. So while I don't think of these characters as being so different, I don't really picture them being exactly the same.
In 2015, though, Rudd switched things up in a major way, taking on a role few would have expected of him as the Marvel superhero Ant-Man.
Back then, I had only ever hoped to be a working actor for the rest of my life, and working on things that I liked and were fun and interesting to me. So I never thought in terms of specifics. I didn't see this one coming.
A big blockbuster like that required some new skills from the talented star.
You know, I'd never worked with any kind of motion capture before. I'd never put on a suit and pretended anyone was stepping on me, or I was dodging, you know, a dog or stuck in a vacuum, that kind of thing, riding an ant. But there's great satisfaction in knowing that the best people that can create this kind of stuff are working on this film.
Luckily, the franchise has turned out to be really fun for Paul.
There are a lot of things that I enjoy about being a part of this franchise. The number one thing is just getting to know all the people that are involved, because it's a really nice group of people. And you know, when you watch a movie, it's a couple of hours, but when you work on a movie, it's a couple of months, and so you want to enjoy the time. And it sure goes by a lot more. It's a lot better. Time is much more fun when the people are so great. And then, of course, to be involved in something that's so massive is a one-off. I'll never experience anything like this again.
When not saving the day, though, Rudd always returns to making us laugh, like in 2025 with the dark comedies Death of a Unicorn and Friendship, both of which featured amazing casts of hilarious stars.
So talented, so funny, so kind of all about the kind of minor chords and the, you know, getting laughs and the nuance, and like it's not about punchlines, it's about behavioral kind of comedy and awkwardness and all the stuff that's like the funniest, best stuff.
Paul Rudd has become a true showbiz superstar. Just don't expect him to start letting fans into every aspect of his life.
I think that if I were on social media, I would probably be glued to my phone even more than I am, and I don't need other things to kind of take me away and take me out of my life a little bit, because I don't think I have that kind of control. And I don't know, I like to make my world a little smaller than expansive. And I think the noise of everything outside can be a little overwhelming, and so I just choose to step outside of the noise as best I can.
I'm so sorry.